Welcome back to the Really Big Show as we finally, long overdue, we're gonna play this game. We're gonna play the $15 Choose Your Own Team game as this time we finally get to it. The Legion of Doom, DC Comics villains. We're gonna hit it up. We're gonna get your thoughts. We're gonna see what you have to say, and we're gonna try to make this team a reality. And, well, at least in terms of live streaming YouTube goes. Now, I will say that I actually have not selected my own team yet for this game. I actually don't know, and I made it. It also puts me at a bias, so I kind of try to keep my head blank and not really think out too much what team I want to pick. So I'm gonna play along with you guys. Now, as always, let's make sure we do not just blur out our entire team. At first, let's eke it out. Let's eke it out. Eke it out one at a time because I'm interested in your first picks, and on top of that, let's also get one at a time. Make sure that when you do reveal, when it's time to reveal our second picks, make sure you also include your first, and so on and so forth. Okay. Oh, so Samurai Production says, "Oh, this seems a bit tough. This was really tough. This is the hardest one yet." Hey, Ben Espinosa, good to see you. Samurai Productions and Inigo Montoya. All right, nice. Inigo, and of course, if you can't tell from the pictures who someone is, feel free to ask. Inigo Montoya says that your first pick is Black Adam. Very good first choice. Now, as I said, I designed this list. It was hard to do because in terms of power set wise, a lot of characters would go on different tiers that I think would be preposterous. Joker wouldn't be a top tier character, he'd be one of the bottom tier characters because he has very limited amounts of superpowers, especially in comparison to characters like Bane, for example. So it would seem weird to put him there. So I tried to put things on popularity. Hi there, Ron Hawthorne. Yeah, so trying to devise this game was the hardest part of it, and I lost. And so I just decided to go with popularity and just say, let's just throw caution to the wind and let's just play a popularity-based game and see how well we do. So, good pick from Inigo Montoya. The first pick right off the bat is Black Adam. I like that, guys. If you could please divulge your first picks as well. So your first pick is Black Adam. Let's see. Now, for $5, Black Adam for $5, not a bad tier. Now, originally when I had this based more on power set, he was actually a top tier guy. But as I said, I didn't think anybody would, and it's trying to make it tempting for you to pick these guys. So it's like, for $10, I don't think anyone's going for Black Adam. But you stick them in five, all of a sudden, okay, maybe. All right, Black Manta from The Train, Oliver Cromwell, good to see you. First pick from Samurai Productions is also Black Adam. Ooh, okay, so Black Adam. Oh man, maybe I put him a little too low. Maybe he's a little more popular than I thought. Okay, so Black Manta for $3 from The Train. That's actually interesting. Interesting first pick, by the way. Wow, apparently Black Adam is the guy that I put. Oh wait, The Train. Did you mean Black Manta or did you mean Black Adam? Black Mamba is from Kill Bill. So let's see. Yeah, let's put this together. Let's see what we got. All right. So, Black Adam, the popular choice. I knew I lowballed him. I really. I also figured that'd be okay. Black Manta, I gotcha. For $3, he is a pretty good cat. He's a pretty good get for $3. All right, so you guys have plenty of money left. All you guys who picked Black Adam have $10 left. Let's see. Base Up Army says Black Adam for $5. You are nuts. Over Bane and Vandal Savage at least. I'm nuts for putting Bane. See, as I said, this became a popularity thing. If I based it off of power set, Joker would be extremely low on the list, and and everybody would scoop him up. So I tried to do it based off of popularity. Apparently, Black Adam is way more popular than I thought. I assumed Bane is more popular than Black Adam. I think that's true. Whoa, easy. We're not up to second picks yet, Train. We're still on the first one. We're still easy. This is a steal. Yeah, just as a steal. I'm not going to change it as we're playing. That would be dirty. I mean, you guys do make a solid case. Yeah, Black Adam was a guy who was originally the top tier when I was going off of power levels. It was also hard to pick certain people because it's like in the case of Ra's al Ghul and Vandal Savage, they are like they are immortal. However, they'll live forever. However, for all intents and purposes, mostly. But what I mean, and they're smart and they're leaders, but like what like offensive capability do they really have? It's like they don't go in the top tier. Like Doomsday is pretty much Doomsday is one of, if not the most powerful on the list because he is the most capable, defensive and offensively. Arguably, though. Arguably, though. You like Poison Ivy. Okay, we'll get to that later on. We'll get to that. We'll get to that second pick. So let's let some more people, and thank you for a like, by the way. We'll let more people file in and make the decision. So, Black Adam seems to be the steal. Yeah, he seems to be one I lowball. Maybe I should have put him up a little bit higher. Maybe I put Reverse Flash too high. As I said, this was the hardest one. It was driving me crazy. I had another iteration of this game where there's a $15 level where you only got one pick, and there was like the Anti-Monitor and Trigon and Darkseid and all the top tier dudes. But I was like, that takes all the fun in the game if you just take a one guy. So okay, here we go. Base of Army says can't pick Joker and Doomsday at all. They are too untrustworthy. Yeah, actually that's a good point. Oh, and if you also notice, the Legion of Doom, I actually picked. I wanted to make sure all 13 members of the original Legion of Doom were represented here. Poison Ivy was an adjunct. So was Penguin, but Penguin's not on the list, but Poison Ivy is. So I tried to make sure I incorporated all 13 original members of the Legion of Doom from Super Friends. So if you're wondering why some of the picks are here, that like if you're confused about why certain people are here, well, this would be why. Wait, Dave, name them for me. Okay, sure. Okay, so at the $10 level, we have at the top. Well, let's start with my first pick. He's actually my favorite supervillain of all time. Lex Luthor. Alexander Joseph Luthor, also sometimes known as Alexis Luthor. But Lex Luthor, number one, my first pick, $10 right off the bat. Easy choice, didn't care. So Lex Luthor right at the top. Next is the Joker, and then who I thought would be an insanely popular choice and very tempting, and he is extraordinarily capable. General Zod, and the real General Zod from Superman 2. The only General Zod that matters, because every other incarnation of General Zod sucks. Then we have Doomsday, who, yes, for all intensive purpose, could take down Superman, could take down the Man of Steel himself. Very capable, however, and he's also proven to be a lot smarter, or his intelligence has developed, but nonetheless, in my head, I think Zod can take Doomsday in my head. I don't know what I'm basing that off of. But it just seems right. And also on the top tier, popularity-wise, power level may not justify it, but Slade. How could you not include Slade? Bane of the Teen Titans, no pun intended. Arch-villain to Robin and Beast Boy, depending on which one we're going with, but Slade, one of my absolute favorite villains. So, on the top tier, for the most part, I have a lot of my personal favorites. That's how I got there. All right, what's up, Amora Remus? We're doing our first picks for a $15 Super Chat. A lot of people are taking Black Adam as their first pick. Looks like I might have lowballed them. So, that's the top tier. Great. All right, Black Adam... Black Adam is stronger than Zod. Cooler. See, if The Rock, the movie with The Rock had come out, it would have changed everything. But I figured because the movie with The Rock didn't come out yet, I was like, okay, I can leave him here. Yeah, I don't know about stronger either. So that's the top tier. For the $7 level, we start with Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne, or again with Legacy characters, you can pick whichever incarnation you want. But we're having Reverse Flash. I thought he was pretty fitting. I think he's a pretty cool villain and extremely powerful. So while he may not be maybe the second tier is a little too popular for him. Maybe he's not quite that popular. But I figure with the Flash TV show and his power set, bumped them up to the second tier. Next, we have Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul, as I mentioned earlier, has the capability to live forever, and is a great leader, very smart. However, as I said, offensively, may not be the biggest threat out there. But, was also played by the Liam Neesons in the Batman Begins movie. Then we have Brainiac. Now, Brainiac, I feel like he's fairly popular. He's not one of my personal favorites. I've always kind of looked at him as a, as a, uh, 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 as a weaker villain. I've never, I keep moving off to the side here. As I keep moving off to the side here. I've never been the biggest Brainiac guy, but I figured he is pretty popular, and he continuously almost gets put into Superman movies as a villain, which I think is kind of long overdue for him. But yes, Brainiac. Then we have Sinestro. So if you like Green Lantern, you definitely know who Sinestro is. One of the most powerful villains there is here. I really, really, really almost put Atrocitus in here, but instead I opted to go with Sinestro, Legion of Doom, represent and all. But I really wanted to put Atrocitus on here, but then the more I looked at it, Atrocitus, I didn't know where to put him because he is way powerful, and yet I don't think he's very well known. So that would mean I'd have to put him in like the $3 well. And that just seemed crazy to me, so I didn't bother. But we have Sinestro here. Then finally, we have on the $7 level, we have Bane. I will break you, Bane. Ivan Drago of Batman, Bane. So yeah, popular and again played another Chris Nolan movie, bad guy, played by Tom Hardy. But in the and throughout the animated series, as Bane is actually one of the few missteps I think in the animated series, because while he was done pretty good in the animated series, I don't think he was ever done great. I think he could have done he could have been I think he could have been done a lot better. I still like him, but I thought he wasn't utilized to his full potential. And then furthermore with Bane, same thing with the Tom Hardy movie. It was fine. Weird voice aside, there was a lot of missed opportunities with using Bane the way I would like to. Hey, AJ Envoy, how you doing? Okay, so we're all picking our first picks. Just our first picks. We're still doing our first picks. People are still filing in. Thank you for the likes. Kryptonians are weak to magic, and guess what Black... Ooh, that's a good point. Black Adam is magic. I think that is a good point, Kryptonian. That is, I stand corrected. That is actually a very good point there. So Black Adam might be able to put a whooping on Zod. However, Superman and Shazam fight all the time. And even though, yes, Shazam has won, and Shazam and Superman is well known to magic. It's a lot more even. So yeah, you do bring up a good point with the Black Adam defense here, but I still am not 100% convinced, only because of Superman and Shazam's battlings. But yes, Shazam has won, so we should point that out. Joker. Okay, whoa, so we're still first picks. We're still first picks. First pick. Not entire team. Calm down. First picks. We're just doing first picks. I know, I'm belaboring the point, but yeah, Dave, I didn't get my notification for stream last night. Sorry to hear that, but maybe you was asleeping. But yeah, always make sure the notifications are working. I know, it's the YouTube's for you. The only thing is to unclick them every once in a while and click back that's allegedly the best way to solve that. Or tell YouTube, like, hey, I missed one. But thank you for being here now. So, first picks. Guys, repeat your first picks now that we're all caught on there. But based upon me, that's a fantastic point. Very, very glad to hear that. All right, so then in the third tier level, we have Dave. You would love Injustice 2. Good to know. Shazam is still a kid and has hero complex for Superman, so he's never going to go all out. All right, that's a fair point. Adam and Superman will go head to head. Puts a beating on Superman a lot of the time. A lot of the time, but it's not all of the time. So I'm just saying Zod has a shot. And keep in mind, Zod doesn't have the one rule. He's going to go at it a lot harder than Superman will. And then sometimes Zod wins, so depending on which iteration. I know it's a come, but it is you do raise a good point. So anyway, on the third tier level, again, going off of popularity was just the easiest way for me to do this, and I used the term easy lightly. But on the third tier for $5, we have the Riddler, Scarecrow, Vandal Savage, Black Adam, who seems to be everybody's top pick, and Bizarro. Now, Bizarro was a tough call. Bizarro Superman had no idea where to put him. Power level-wise, he's just as powerful as Superman, so shouldn't he be on the top tier? He's also pretty popular, but he's also pretty stupid. So Bizarro, I had no clue where to put him, so I just put him in the middle of the road. Perhaps, I thought maybe he'd be a little low, but I guess his lack of mental faculties probably seems why nobody's stealing him up, because he's right next to Black Adam and nobody seems to care. All right. Did anyone read 52? Black Adam took control of the whole country. He did. But again, we got to look at the totality of it, because there's a plenty of time period where Black Adam was treated as an absolute joke. So, okay, so Samurai Productions going with Black Adam. Seems to be a very popular choice. Ron Hawthorne says, exactly, they don't know how crazy powerful Black Adam is. Okay, fair enough. Hey, I'm not even knocking the pick. Good one. So, Seems to be the popular choice around here. Next at the $3 level, we have Poison Ivy, who sometimes later on in subsequent material has been included as a member of the Legion of Doom, so I put her on there. Next is Solomon Grundy, an OG member. Very powerful too, but popularity-wise didn't know where to go. And again, he goes into the Bizarro Superman complex, not that bright in the head, and I kind of feel like Bizarro is more powerful than Grundy. Next, we have one of my least favorite villains, but I figure he's had to include him. He's an OG member, and he's got a notoriety and a following. But I couldn't even justify putting him on the bottom level as much as I wanted to. And in the DCAU, done very well, done as well as probably could be. But I absolutely hate this character, Gorilla Grodd. Spoiler warning: I will not be selecting Gorilla Grodd. The next we have a pretty big. I used to think of this guy as a way more popular character than he was, but he's kind of fallen off from grace. It doesn't really get as much play. But Metallo, Superman villain Metallo, I actually think. Metallo's a great catch. I view Metallo as pretty strong, as a pretty solid get in this game. Then finally we have for $3 we have Black Manta, Aquaman bad guy. Cool, tough dude. Looked great in the movie. I actually thought he was a great like military personnel. Is he quite on the level of Slade? No, but he's actually closer than I think a lot of people think. Like he's not as good as Slade, but he's up there. You know what I mean? He's not like the best fighter, but he's not as far off as some would assume. And again, big example from the OG show. Is Ivy connected to the Green? Good question. Don't know off the top of my head. Immortal Remus says, I can't recall if the arch enemy of each member of the JLA has been in the Legion of Doom at the same time. I'm going off the Super Friends model more so than anything else, and to that, no. Especially because certain characters didn't make sense, and even back then, sometimes on occasion comic books try their hand at making sense. Hey, yo, Harry Flynn, good to see ya. Wait, where's Swamp Thing? Why would Swamp Thing be here? Yeah, but it is limited. But yeah, like, for example, I guess this really is a matter of opinion. Because here's the other thing. Like, in terms of arch enemies, it changes over time, and not everybody agrees. Like, Wonder Woman's arch enemy is, like, depending on who you are, you have a different answer. Because some people would say Cheetah, which she is here, but yet there are other characters too. Like, Cersei is gone up there, Ares, blah, 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 blah. So it depends on what you think. So yeah, Harry Flynn, now that you're here, let's get into it. Who's your first pick? But Dave, I'm blanking on a name. Who was the blonde villain guy in Aquaman? I think he was. Oh, you're talking about Ocean Master. Oh, sorry, gotta plug in the old computer. Give me a moment. Yes, they intentionally made Ocean Master look more like. They made him blonde to make him look more like Aquaman traditionally, since Aquaman had dark hair, so they kind of switched it up. But yeah, Ocean Master. I thought about him, I really did, but I personally prefer Black Manta over Ocean Master. And Black Manta is actually in the Legion of Doom, unlike Ocean Master, so that's the other trade-off. So like Orn isn't in the Legion of Doom, so I had to go with that. So if you want to first pick is Joker from Harry Flynn, nice, blown to $10, top tier level. Don't blame you. So that's why I went with that. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So the archvillain, it wasn't always in the Legion of Doom. And then finally on the $1 level, bottom row, we have Cheetah, as mentioned, from Wonder Woman, Hugo Strange, original member. And this is not Mr. Freeze. This is Captain Cold, Flash enemy. Very similar. I don't think he's as smart, though. But Captain Cold. Then we have the Toyman. I actually think he's not a bad get. Yeah, he's a little campy. I almost incorporated the Trickster, but Toyman is one of the OG members and is a little bit crafty. And in DCAU, done very well. And then finally we have Giganta, someone else who is a candidate for being Wonder Woman's archenemy. Along with that other guy. And a bunch of other people. What's a... Well, I guess now Maxwell Lord. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so AJ on voice. First pick is Sinestro. Harry Flynn's first pick is the Joker. Alvin Train, Animal Hawk is the Legion of Doom. Are they? I mean, they are, but not for today. Not in this game, at least. But yeah, feel free to pick Hawk and Animal. They will cost you $25 and disqualify you from the game. But yeah, why would Swamp Thing be here anyway? So yes, okay, so good picks. So good. Why is Ryback in the $3? Where's Ryback in the $3 well? Where do you see Ryback? What, Summon Grundy? He's not that ugly. So Grodd, $3 really? Yeah, I hate Gorilla Grodd. I wanted to make him one. I wanted to put him down in this game, but yeah. Black Manta is amazing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Black Manta is really cool. Okay, so okay, we got your first picks out the way. All right, let's move on to our second picks now. So remember, the way the game works, just to remind me, say your first pick as well as your second pick to keep the games going. And of course, thank you for all the likes. Really is awesome. And hope you guys are enjoying your holiday weekend if you are in the States and this is a holiday, or if you're somewhere else and it's also a holiday that's just different from America's. Base Up says, why do you hate Grodd? He's a talking gorilla. And it's like, I hate all the talking gorillas in DC. And if you want to know why there's so many gorillas, or if you're about to tell me why, you don't need to. The reason there's so many is because DC once upon a time realized that comic book covers that had gorillas on them tend to sell better, so they just kept coming up with reasons to have gorillas in their stories, and intelligent gorillas. So and I have a video where I already talk about this, how much I hate it, so it'll get there. So talking gorilla, it's a dumb concept. It's a dumb concept. It's a dumb concept. All right, so Ron Hawthorne says Eobard Thorn is his second pick. All right, yeah, remind me who your first pick is. So first is Black Adam. So say right back to back. So say your first pick and then say your second pick. Okay, so Reverse Flash and Black Adam, or Eobard Thorn. Vaughn and Black Adam is his team. So that goes with $7 and $5. At 12, leaving you 3 left, Ron Hawthorne. Dicey. Harry Flynn's going for Joker and Hugo Strange. Ooh, so $11. It's going to be hard for you filling out the rest of the team. Mathematically, you're going to probably have to take 2 more. You're going to have to take 2 more people on this one, Harry. And I will say, huge lack of superpower. So I would recommend that in the next 2 picks, you really consider power to back yourself up. Now, Oliver Cromwell, no surprise, goes with Poison Ivy, as I mentioned, to bring a little sexiness to Black Panther's amazingness. Okay, pretty cool. Now, rocking only $6, pretty good. Very frugal, but very intelligent cost-wise. Let's see. Summary Productions goes with the popular choice, the biggest steal apparently on the board, Black Adam, and then Black Manta. Very, very cool. Okay, so that's at $8. Still pretty conservative. Nice. Still got plenty of spending money left. Not a bad team. You definitely have power covered, and you have tactile skills covered. So pretty good on that one. Trying to see. That's actually surprisingly well rounded out so far. Not bad. Mortarima says, I like the version of Toyman from the DCAU, as do I. Yes, he was very creepy. Almost, yeah, he was. They did do him right. They did make him pretty, pretty like especially for that time period too. AJ Envoy said, plus I liked all the gimmicks, all the toys. They were pretty cool. It's like they took like regular kids' toys and weaponized them. I thought that was pretty fun. AJ Envoy says, should I go for Black Adam as your second pick? Your first pick is Sinestro, and your second pick, AJ Envoy made it official, Black Adam. Now that is an extremely powerful team. So we got $7 and $5. That'll put you at 12. You got $3 left. Then that's actually a pretty solid team. I like that. Davis Gorilla Phobic, I guess so. Base Up Army's first pick. So actually, that's a big stacked powerhouse. Now you don't have much money left, but do you even need it? But that's a pretty good pick. I will say, yeah, I will say that's pretty solid. So far, you guys have some great teams already. Like there was no contest. I'm going with Lex. I still haven't made my second pick yet. Base Up Army says Black Adam, and second pick is Brainiac. See, what I think is really cool about this is while you guys have all went for Black Adam right away, or most of you guys, a lot of you guys, I shouldn't say all, but a lot of you guys gone for Black Adam right away because you knew he was a big steal. It's your second pick, so you guys seem to be all across the board and mixing it up. So Base Up Army is going for Brainiac 2 and then Black Adam 1. Okay, that again puts you at $12, giving you not too much left, but how much do you need? Personally, as I said, I'm not the biggest Brainiac fan, and in terms of trustworthiness, he don't work with the organics all that well, so I would be leery on that one. But yeah, Ron Hawthorne says Marvel has Wakanda, DC has Gorilla. Yes, Ron Hawthorne, I agree. Well, see, and that's my other issue with it. Let's just hypothetically say I can just deal with the idea and pretend like a talking gorilla is such a great idea that you need like 100 different variations of them. The other thing that I think is completely stupid about it is between Ultra Humanite, Gorilla Grodd, and Mishra, they've come up with different origins for this. If they're why when they're and I said this in a video, there's already a gorilla city. Couldn't they just be different members of that gorilla? No, they had to keep coming up with new reasons for it, and it's just so stupid. I hate it so much. I hate it. I just hate it. I just hate it. All right. Whoa, we're not on the third pick yet. Not yet. Not yet. We're still doing second pick. We're still doing second pick. Okay, so Joker, Solomon Grundy. Whoa. Easy, Harry. Again, not the whole team. Slow down. We're only doing second picks, Harry. You see, this is what happens. Now we have chaos. We're only on the second team. I'm not reading anything else. Second teams only. Second picks only. Okay, so Inigo Montoya's first pick is Black Adam. Second pick is Poison Ivy. Okay, look at that. All right, so Poison Ivy, $3, and Black Adam, $8. Again, very, very good. Okay, J Beans says, just give me all the $10 ones. That's not how this game works, J Beans. You only have $15. Why are you so difficult? Yeah, I know, Train. Yeah, I know. $3 left. Okay. No, you're right. Scratch Brainiac's choice and give me Black Adam and the Riddler. Wow, that's a level jump. I mean, it's really not separated as I thought, but man, that's pretty low on the totem pole. Okay, so we got Brainiac and we got Black Adam and okay, so you still got $5 left. So unless you're gonna get creative with your spending, I mean that's a tougher team. Like, yeah, they're nowhere near as powerful. Yeah, you got power covered, but you got brain set. You know, you do have the tactician. You do have the Riddler, which does put a lot of brains in your corner. I will say that. See, this is also why it's hard too, because it's like you can get a fairly good team no matter what, because it's not that complicated. Because all DC power of villains are like so powerful. But okay, we'll see where I am curious to see where you go next. More Remus. How does this whole thing work? I got here late. It's okay. As you can see, every villain has a power level. Now, as you can see on top, you only have $15. So, spend the $15 however you want by picking your team, but remember, everybody has a dollar amount. You can't just get there. So, all the ones on $1 and Lex Luthor. Okay. J Beans, we're only doing one pick at a time. Are you going to get on board, or do I have to get rid of you? Oh wait, I think I get how this works. Yeah, pretty fun. We're up to our second pick. So Remus, go ahead and make your first and second picks. J Beans, get on board or go away. Plus, I now get all the $1 tier on the $3. Oh yeah. As I said, you can get creative. Okay, so I'll give everybody a second time. When you give your second picks, give your first as well. So do your first and second picks, everyone who hasn't gone yet. Still have to make my second pick. Okay, so I spent a lot of money with Lex on the top with $10. So I want to go conservative with the money. I want to tighten up the purse strings. So where can I go? So let me see. Because even if I pick somebody at the $3 level, that only gives me $2 left. So let me see who's on the bottom. You know what? This is hard. This is hard. I almost feel like just picking someone in the middle tier and just calling it a day. And here's the other part. I want to vary this up, but the more I look at it, my team, any iteration of my team that I want to pick just ends up becoming like the all Superman squad, all the Superman villains. I'll get back to you guys on this. Plus, I now can get on. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, okay, guys. Move on to your third picks while I process a little bit more. I almost feel like just taking Lex and Black Adam and calling it a day, and just shipping it in. Okay, so J Beans, there we go. First picks are Lex Luthor and Poison Ivy. Okay, good. You have $2 left. All right. So let's get everyone's third picks. Ron Hawthorne says Hugo Strange, Toyman, Captain Cold are your remaining picks. Oh, remind me, but remember, when you give me your third picks, remind me, just your third picks. Remind me of your first two. Remind me of your 1 and your 2, and then your third picks. The order of this game never ever goes well. Poison Ivy to bring the sexiness, Black Manta amazingness, and Bane to bring the strength. Okay, so Black Manta. Okay, good. All right, Train. Yes, Bane coming in with the $7, and I think that puts you at exactly where we need to go. Wait, no, it doesn't. Train, and thank you for playing along. So Poison Ivy $3, Black Manta $3, that's $6, and then now we got Bane. So $13. You still got $2 left, and now you got some strength with Bane. Interesting choice going with Bane on that one, but I like it. Okay, so my second pick will be Metallo. I'm going with Lex first, and then Metallo too. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. It's tough, but that's what I'm going for. Because I need strength, and he's probably the most powerful guy. Actually, I take it back. Here's my team. $10 Lex Luthor, $5 Black Adam. I'm done. Call it a day. All right? You guys convinced me. Black Adam, Lex Luthor, that's my powerhouse team. Done. All right, so let's see what you got. So third picks, let's see. No, full team. Stop. See, everybody's jumping on the full team. I don't want the full team. I just want 3. Your first 3 picks. That's all I want. Okay. Okay, all right, Base of Army says Black Adam, the Riddler, and Captain Cold. Now you have power, tactics, and leadership. With who? Who's your leadership? Are you really taking Captain Cold as a leader? Okay, so Inigo Montoya. Wait, okay, Inigo Montoya's first and second picks are Black Adam and Poison Ivy. Third is Captain Cold. Wow, a lot of people going for Captain Cold on this one. I thought he'd be like a lame duck, but all right, apparently he's more tempting than I realized. Dave, you're fickle. Yeah, sue me. Don't. I was kidding. It's a figure of speech. AG Envoy, Sinestro, Black Adam, and Hugo Strange. Okay, very intelligent team, I will give you. You definitely have a very smart team there. Harry Flynn goes with Joker, Hugo Strange, and Captain Cold. Another Captain Cold guy. Huh. Thank you, Samurai Productions. Well, you guys all made the pick before me, so you guys win on this round. All right, so okay, Hugo Strange, Captain Cold. All right, okay, Harry. Let's see what are you battling at? $2 and Joker, 10, so 12. You got $3 left. All right, make your last pick a powerful dude because yeah, as I said, man, you're really low on the power levels there. You know, if you want, of course, it's your team. You can do whatever you want. J Bean says Lex, Poison Ivy, and the middle guy on the $1 row. You mean Captain Cold? You're just picking him arbitrarily? Okay, then. Base of Army says Captain Cold leads the rogues, and they consistently give Flash problems. Okay. Let's break something down. I dare say Riddler is a better leader than Captain Cold. I know you could make that argument that he's not, but fine. And I'm sure you will. But if you have $5 left and you want to go with leadership, and you have $5 left, unless you have serious plans for the rest of that money, if I was you, because you picked Riddler and Black Adam, if you wanted leadership, instead of going Captain Cold for $1, I think you're better off just going with Vandal Savage and calling it a day. That's your $5 right there. That is the best leader you have available to you, and you could still afford them. And Captain Cold, I would even argue Hugo Strange is a better pick if that's what you're gunning for. I get so, but it's your money. Do with it as you will. Immortal Remus. Third pick, yes, please remind me of your first and seconds. But yes, Immortal Remus says third pick is Metallo. Very, very good. Okay. Again, J Beans, remind me of your entire team. Hey, Rod Reflex, remind me of your entire team. Stop making things difficult all the time. Hey, but I'm okay with have a over an A+. That costs more. Fine. Captain Cold is the unofficial leader of the Flash Group. Exactly. Yeah. He's still Captain Cold, for crying out loud. As I said, Vandal Savage is right there. For the amount of money he's got left, you're telling me Vandal Savage isn't a better choice than Captain Cold and whatever and whoever else he's going to pad out his team with. So far, I picked Cheetah. Thank you. Cheetah for speed, Toyman for potential army of drones. Cool. Oh, thinking for quantity. Nice. And Metallo for the Kryptonite. See, the pigeonhole you get for Metallo, though, and I was tempted to get him myself, as you guys know, is that while the Kryptonite thing does keep him toe-to-toe with Superman, unfortunately, he's got nothing if he's going against, like, Shazam, okay, or Wonder Woman. They're going to own him, and it's not even going to be hard for them. So, like, Metallo is, like, an interesting pick, and, like, he is very tempting, and while he's still a formidable foe, he's definitely going to come up short-handed against anybody who's not Kryptonian. Joker is your leader. Hugo Strange is the brains. Captain Cold. Powers? He barely has any powers. Salman Grundy. Okay, well, all right. Apparently, we're throwing caution and rules to the wind. Just go ahead and name your teams now. Forget it. I give up. Just like I tend to do around the half-hour mark of these games, I just give up and say, all right, just give me your entire team. I don't care anymore. All right. Okay, good teams, good thinking. J Beans, but I like that you guys are really putting your brains into this. I like that you're thinking strategically and pulling back from comic galore, and you're making your points. That's what's fun about this game. J Beans says Lex Luthor is his first pick, then Ivy as second, Captain Cold third. Cold is your third. That's a girl. That's Giganta. Or all the one. Bizarro, Black Adam, and all the one. You keep changing your team. Nobody wants an alternate team, J Beans. Should I do it? Should I crank the Banhammer? Is he getting on anybody? Is he working anybody else? First pick is... You gotta say the word and time out it goes. Okay, why is the super chat? Because this channel's not monetized, because it doesn't have over 1,000 subscribers, because this little baby tiny channel is the baby tiny channel. But thank you. Thought counts for a lot. First pick, okay, Base of Army's first pick, Black Adam. Second pick is the Riddler. Third pick, Captain Cold. And your last picks are Poison Ivy and Hugo Strange. Okay, pretty smart team. And thank you for reiterating the team. Okay, so pretty smart. You're very brain heavy. Not that that's a bad thing, but you got a lot of muchos branos en la cabeza. Anyway, but I mean, in terms of brain department, while you got a pretty stacked NASA level team, I got Lex Luthor, so I'm pretty sure in the brains department I'm winning. Number one smartest guy in all DCU. I win. Thank you, J Beans. Okay, so Train goes with Poison Ivy for looks. I see that's a qualifier for you. I'm glad I put her in there for you, buddy. Who's your fan cast for Poison Ivy? Black Manta for smarts. Bane for strength. Cheetah for speed, and Toyman just for lulz. I almost thought you said looks good. Interesting. Like, Black Manta is a very smart guy, very tactical guy, but I mean, you get to use it anyway. It doesn't matter what you call him for. But I feel like his biggest attribute is his fighting ability, because he is a detrimental fighter for sure. Inigo Montoya says, "Okay, fine. Since no one can follow the rules, well, thank you, Inigo Montoya. But I appreciate it. Your team is Black Adam, Poison Ivy, Captain Cold, Giganta, and Vandal Savage. Thank you." It's a pretty powerful team, especially Vandal Savage in there. Wow. Vandal Savage and Black Adam, $10. Poison Ivy, $3. Captain Cold, and Giganta. Man, Black Adam doesn't surprise me, as I said. I wanted to put him higher. I initially did, but yeah, now I see the folly in my plan, because he seems to be more popular than I thought. Surprisingly, he's proven more powerful than Bizarro. Nobody seems to care about Bizarro on this game. Captain Cold is also the surprise. Because I feel like out of the two of them, Captain Cold and Toyman, I go with Toyman, and the Hugo Strange too. Like, I find it very surprising. Interesting choice, Harry Flynn. What you make chatting, you make the live streams difficult, J Beans. Lex Luthor is also cocky and incredibly overconfident. My team can take it, bitch. Overconfident. How are you please? He's the leader of the Legion of Doom, number 1. Number 2, how many times has he led everybody to victory? Number 3, he's Lex Luthor. Breaking the source wall, okay? Breaking the source wall. I win. J Beans, we've done it in the wrestling chat. See, this is what I mean. You make things difficult because you say things. We've done this in the wrestling chat twice. You say stuff. It's not accurate. Then we got to stop and time out and correct whatever it is you're saying. That's what makes this difficult. That's right. There is no six-pick Hulk Hogan. No, it's Hulk and Animal. Ross says, my picks is only 2 people. That's what I did. Black Manta and Doomsday. And Doom is for the Braunwell, obviously. And he is smart sometimes, but yes. Black Manta is smart and ruthless. Yeah. See, that's another one. Nobody mentions Black Manta's fighting ability. Is it just me? As I said earlier, he's not on Slade's level. Like, Slade's gonna whoop him, but he is a tremendous fighter. Like, I don't think he can take Batman, but he's gonna put up a solid fight against him. It's like, yeah, Slade and Batman and Lady Shiva are all gonna take him to task, but I think he's gonna I think he could beat up Green Arrow. You know, like, in a fight, forget about Lazarus pitting and all that stuff. In a straight-up fight, who do you got? Straight-up fight! Black Manta or Ra's al Ghul? Who do you think in a fight? I don't know about that one, but I'm just saying, like, and I'm not, smart and tactical, absolutely. Black Manta is absolutely there, as I said from the beginning of the show. But yeah, I was like, I applaud his fighting ability, and that is something that in this Legion of Doom, it's actually it's a cherished offer. Apparently, I graded Slade a little too high because nobody's going for him. But in terms of actually forget about powers, straight up fighting ability, because this is overrun with powers. But straight up fighting ability, to me, the best fighters on this entire list is going to be Slade 1, Black Manta 2, and Ra's al Ghul 3. Okay, Black Manta. You should have done a Mortal Kombat version. Okay. You do a Mortal Kombat version. As I said, this is the hardest one. Black Manta versus an old guy. That's true, he is an old guy. Screw it. AJ Envoy says, give him Sinestro, Black Manta, and a Black Adam. He said that backwards. David speaking. Dude, like, is it just me? Like, tell me, am I crazy? Or thinking that Black Manta is one of the top fighters on this board? As I said, in all of DC Comics, no. Of course, Lady Shiva's whooping him. Cheshire's probably going to take him, too. Cassandra Cain might. Not from the movie. Cassandra Cain might. I don't know about that. I mean, she probably will. She probably will. Black Canary or Black Manta? Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for the X-Men game. These are so difficult. I guess I'm going to have to. X-Men, what am I doing next? That might be fun. I mean, I might regret that thoroughly. But, yeah. Headbutt would be her. That's true. His headbutt is there. The question, who? Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, fine. All right, good contribution. There you go, J Beans. Good question. I actually like that one. Leonardo Cheetah is a better fighter. Remember, Cheetah fights hand-to-hand with Wonder Woman. That's true. But she has superpowers. Again, like Zod versus Black Manta, yes, Zod's gonna win. But that's because he has powers. I'm saying if you took all the powers away and you're just stuck with Terrence Stamp and he's fighting Black Manta's gonna win. Superpowers. So, like, that's what I'm saying. In terms of just pure fighting. I mean, I hear what you're saying on Cheetah, but she does have superpowers and speed. So that's how that contest evens out. I'm not talking about who will win a fight. I'm just talking about straight up no powers. Just fighting know-how. Can you do... Harry, are you going to get mad at me if I don't make Nikki Bella number 1? Like, if I don't make Nikki Bella $15, like $10? I should do that. I should make Nikki Bella $15. That way, no, you'd pick her anyway. Reverse Flashback and Giganta. Okay, very cool, very cool. And hey, that's the other thing. Reverse Flash's speed, I think, puts him on top tier. But okay, so... Jay Beans asks, if we take every single team, make a team of a vertical row, like Lex, Reverse Flash, Riddler, Poison Ivy, and Cheetah, and then we'd make the next row a different team, and then so on and so forth. Out of all 5 teams, vertical rows, who do you think is the best? Which team do you think is winning if all these teams threw down? Okay, I'm guessing that Harley Quinn wasn't in the Legion. No, she was not in the original Legion of Doom. I did consider placing her in there somewhere, but I didn't know where to put her. Like, really, the only opening I could have put her in there. Again, if I did this on... See, because I did this on popularity, she's really popular. So am I going to clear out someone from the top row? Does that mean I get rid of Doomsday for Harley Quinn? Like, that seems crazy. And plus, it was too Batman heavy that way. Like, I also didn't want to make this, like, super Batman heavy. Or did I stick her in the second tier and get rid of, where would be a good place to put Harley Quinn? Because I feel like everybody would just snag her up. Because she's just so popular right now. Black Manta is a very skilled fighter. Yes, in a fight with no powers, Black Manta is downright dangerous. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But see, when it comes to me, when I'm looking at characters, I typically... Brains and fighting ability are, like, my 2 major components that I look for. I do as well appreciate superpowers. So it's like with this game, good guys, bad guys, it doesn't matter. Brains is usually what I go for first. Superpowers and fighting ability. These are like my 3 things I look for. And if because the thing is, if the superpowers are high enough, then I also don't care if they can fight. But superpowers, no matter how big they are, I want them to at least have brains. So, like, I'm not gonna go for a Bizarro. He's too like. But I just figured somebody would have. He's too lowbrow for me. Or not lowbrow, low IQ for me. Who's the last one on $10 row? Slade? I thought somebody was going to go for him. The $10 row was not that tempting for most of you. Now, Harry. Easy. So, yeah, Lex Luthor, Joker. Yeah, me and Harry, the only 2 who went for that top tier. I thought somebody was going to go for Zod, but I don't know. Maybe you guys don't like Zod as much. AJ Envoy didn't include Darkseid. Darkseid's just way too powerful. Like, he steals the show. Like, if you take Darkseid, where would I put him? If I put him in the $10 row, you're wrong for, like, if you want to win this, you just take Darkseid and then blank. Fill out the blank. Because you get Darkseid, and whoever that and is, just, you get the win. Same thing with, yeah. Oh, and then which column comes out first? The Lex column. I gotta say, the Lex column's not bad. It's got my boy on there, but it's not the strongest. It's got Reverse Flash for speed, but they do lack muscle. Let me check this out. I actually haven't given an answer. Actually, in terms of muscle, Doomsday's row actually does very well. I kind of say Slade. Actually, I say the last row. Slade, you got Slade and Bane with the tactical brains and Bane's strength. And if that wasn't enough strength for you, you do got Bizarro and also another tactical fighter. You got Black Manta, and yeah, Giganta's there. She's there. So I don't want to root against my boy, but I kind of got to go with the last row. I think the last row is the most well-rounded. All right, what about this? Darkseid versus everyone on the list. Well, everyone on the list will win. They'll beat Darkseid, but my point is Darkseid is he's just too powerful. I couldn't put him on there. Doomsday's team is insanely powerful. That is true. That is true. They are insanely powerful. That is like, it just worked out that way. That is like the weird powerhouse team. They're easily the most powerful team. In the Legion of Doom, Black Manta was willing to challenge Lex Luthor. He was the one who realistically was put second in charge. Yes. And the biggest thing I like about that is that, unlike in the DCAU, it's not Gorilla Grodd who's the other leader. Because the biggest key is never giving Gorilla Grodd any play whatsoever. Because he's stupid. Not like intelligence-wise. He's just he's just a terrible character. I hate Gorilla Grodd so much. I hate that. I just hate Gorilla Grodd. Just hate Gorilla Grodd so much. But yeah, so okay, so yeah, everyone get their teams out. If you haven't mentioned your team by now, definitely do. Definitely make sure you announce your team for me. So I want to make sure everybody's got a chance to. Joker's team is the weakest. Joker's team would be Joker's probably got the smartest team though. I will say that. Um, I mean Lex and Riddler and Eobard, I guess, do make a pretty. Are Lex for sure and Riddler for sure, and maybe Eobard are a pretty smart team. However, and it's like maybe they are smarter, but Joker is brilliant. Ra's al Ghul has tons of experience, and Scarecrow also pretty big on the block. But then, okay, Grundy drops the IQ average down, but then we got Hugo Strange also through the roof. So I don't know. Joker might have the smartest team. He has the weakest team for sure, but he probably has the smartest team, or at least the second smartest team. Then again, yeah, yes, Brainiac's there too. I guess that's a good point. Brainiac is on the list. I don't see him. He's in the He's in the middle of the $7 tier. That's Brainiac. Poison Ivy was a doctor. That's true. Good point. Dr. Pamela Isley, pretty smart. See, the thing about Poison Ivy is, I think she's pretty smart. But she's not like ultra comic books for comic book level. Like, I don't think she's smarter than the Riddler. She could be. But I think Barbara Gordon's smarter, like because like in the smartest people in the DC, the top three we all established. After that, they never really got there. But I've always felt that Barbara Gordon is on that list. Like Barbara Gordon is high up there. Green Arrow, I thought was one of the smartest dudes too. But yes, Train, good point that she is a doctor. Brainiac is yeah, okay. Joker got booking on his side, but who's booking? Joker got booking? Who's booking? I don't get it. Oh, because he's so popular? Well, that's true. That's a good point. Also used to be a doctor. That's yeah. Oh, Train's got a doctor thing, huh? That's your deal, huh? You like the doctors? Okay, no beef. Not judging. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not used to seeing him look like that. Yeah, I wanted to get a cooler looking Brainiac instead of the dorky like green blonde mustache cartoon one. So I thought it was a tougher looking version of him. So that's why I went with that. Okay, so I guess everybody's teams have gotten out. I hope you guys enjoyed this one that I finally come out with after all this time. I think I'm gonna be. I think if you're interested into chitter chatting, Um, I might be jumping. Oh, Immortal Remus's team. Wait, hold on. Cheetah for Speed, Toyman for Army of Drones, Metallo for Kryptonite, and potential tech upgrade for Toy. Ooh, that's a cool team. Poison Ivy, command and lead an army of plants. All right, so Immortal Remus, L, and Slade for leadership. Slade. So you really want an army? I think that's an interesting strategy. Nobody else has really caught on to, or nobody else has approached. Is Remus was really looking at the idea of quantity. Who's going to get the most goons in the squad? Who's going to get a big army? That's actually a really sound strategy. I like that a lot. Yeah, Toyman is weird but fun. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoy that, and please leave a like if you haven't already for this live stream. And if you guys, as I said, are in a live streaming mood, keep a watch out on the Dave Knows Wrestling. If on the Dave Knows Wrestling, because I might be popping on sooner rather than later. Robert Reflex says, if I had to go rogue, I would go with Doomsday, Black Manta, and Two-Face. Two-Face is not here, but cool. If you're going rogue. Gotcha. Okay, so, yeah. So keep paying attention to the wrestling live stream. Thank you so much for being here. So make sure your wrestling notifications are working, but thank you so much for being here and playing the game. I hope you enjoyed yourself, had some fun, and keep your notifications working for this channel, because I come on surprisingly, and the wrestling channel, because I'm probably going to be on soon. Thank you for watching, and as